Not many people get a chance to
Carly,
see.
Jane, and the mama.
Come on over, friends. If you can hear my voice, make your way on over to the base camp presentation area and come and meet Nettle. Does anyone have any idea what Nettle is?
Adorable.
Yes, I agree. She is adorable. But what is the species? Binturong. Wonderful. How many of us have heard of binturongs before? Yeah, that's what I thought. Good job. So binturongs are native to Southeast Asia. There's quite a few different subspecies of binturongs, but Nettle here, she's what we call a Bornean binturong. And so she's a little bit, they're probably one of the bigger ones. Ah, good job, Nettle. I didn't believe Jane when she said she would actually use that thing.
We're learning.
We're getting there. Now, binturongs are a really special animal. They're all bear cats, but are related to a bear nor cat. Has anyone ever heard of a civet before? Yeah, me either. Okay, well, all right. So
pretty.
Think of a big mongoose, or mongoose on steroids, basically. That's what these guys are related to. And super interesting animal. I kind of like to call them the Dr. Seuss animal. The face of a cat, the face of a cat, body of a bear, tail of a monkey. Everything thrown into one. Now, a lot of adaptations on her body that would help her survive in Southeast Asia. And let's start with that face. Very cute face, but what does she have on the tip of her face? Nose and whiskers, right? So those whiskers are actually really helpful. If you get a good look at her, does she have big eyes? Not really. They're a little bit smaller, so she doesn't have the greatest of eyesight, but she does use that nose everywhere she goes to help her find food
Gotta get that fish
and to
off
help
there.
keep her safe. But those whiskers, just like your own cat with their whiskers,
There she goes.
it's an extra sensory perception for them. And the whiskers, the width of those whiskers, if the whiskers fit, she fits. So if those whiskers can fit through a hole, that means the rest of her body can fit through that hole. So it really helps give her that information on where to go and how to stay safe.
Pulling the wrong way.
So really important adaptation for them. Is she doing it? I don't believe anything Jane told me today, so I have to see all this for myself. We really did have to train her how to use her paws, use her hands, using some of these enrichment items that we set up for her. So I'm very glad she's doing a great job. Now, she's got those cute little ears. Does anyone know what those tufts coming off those ears are for? Neither do I. It's tough to say. I really don't know, other than her looking really cute.
Tough
but I would
to
assume
say.
It's supposed to help her. When it's raining in that forest of Southeast Asia, it will actually help keep that water out of her ears and kind of drip off, kind of like a little bit of a waterproof system, maybe like a little bit of an umbrella for her. But yeah, they're super cute. And also those ear tufts kind of tell us a lot on how she's feeling, as well as her fur right here. Here, you can do it. So her coat also acts like a raincoat. It's pretty coarse. Think of like a German Shepherd. That's kind of what her coat feels like. Ah, there it is.
Oh yeah.
So they're actually really good. They're pretty agile, but I think that's as far as we're going to be able to get with her. So that coat acts like a raincoat for them. And then that beautiful tail. Now, binturongs are considered carnivores. And if you're a carnivore, that means you eat what? Meat, right? Technically, though, they're kind of considered a frugivore. What do you think a frugivore would eat? Plants, that's a good one. What do I hear over there? Fruit, yeah, so about 95% of their diet does consist of fruit. They only eat a little bit of meat really out in the wild, but they still are in that carnivore family. They are only one of 2 mammals with a prehensile tail in the carnivore family. 20 points if you can tell me what the other mammal is. And points don't really mean anything, I just like to give them away for the day. What was it? A coati, that's a good one, but that tail's not fully prehensile. But you're in the same family. Anyone else in South America? Mammal in South America with a prehensile tail?
I know.
Say it, Jessica.
Kinkajou.
A kinkajou. If you've never looked at the kinkajou, please do so. They're also known as honey bears, super cute, but also don't have them as a pet. A little scary. Part of the raccoon family. But also, for some reason, people have binturongs as pets, so they are part of the pet trade, which again, I don't know why. Did you guys get a chance to see her teeth? You guys get a chance to see her nails? Yeah, and Nettle here, she's actually a really sweet binturong. She has a very calm disposition. Not all binturongs are like her. Some of them can be pretty aggressive. Oh, I love the cheering squad that you have, Nettle, because it is kind of a big ask to have her do those little jumps. Now, Nettle here has a very special story. She is about 6 years old. She came to us 4 years ago from another zoo to be part of our breeding program. Have we all heard about the SSP today?
Yes.
Yep, SSP, Species Survival Program. So she was coming here to be set up with a male in our Animals in Action area. His name is Datu. Now, everything can look good on paper, but when you're put together, it doesn't always work out. For 3 years, we tried and tried to get her to breed with Datu. It was not happening. Definitely not happening. She was not having it at all. So we stopped trying to breed them because Nettle was telling us it wasn't going to be the right connection. And so at that point, we begged and begged our boss, can we start working her to become an ambassador? She takes food from us really gently. She's being calm when we go in that habitat with her. She's kind of participating. She likes the training game. And so after months of begging, we finally got the okay. So she was able to get trained to get that harness put on. We were able to get her to start going into a crate. She was getting that leash put on. We started taking her out and about. She was doing really well as becoming an ambassador. And then lo and behold, here comes Garrett. Garrett, a handsome male from Chicago, the same breed as her, and within 3 days, she got pregnant. 3 days. These guys got put together side by side in neighboring habitats. They're making a lot of noises to each other, but we saw all good things.
Because she was done with that.
And in less than 3 days, we believe she was pregnant from that beautiful, handsome man. If you want to check him out, he's in our tropical habitats. Just walk through the Cool Critters building over there. That's where Dad lives. Because Mama over here is a beautiful mother of 2 handsome boy bintlets. Yes, I feel that's a big cheer one too. We have not had bintlets here ever. Yes, and almost 26 years it has been since we've had bintlets born here. Nettle is one of 3 breeding pairs in the entire AZA community. AZAs are the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. It's a very high-profile accreditation for zoos to have. This is only one of 3 breeding pairs. And my goodness, guys, Nettle is the best mom. First-time moms can be a little challenging. We just never know how mom's going to take to her kids. But Nettle did a wonderful job. And because of that training program that we had started with her before she met Garrett, she was willing to separate on day 2 from those kids and allowed us to get hands onto those babies. We got weights. Because if we didn't get daily weights, we wouldn't know if they were successfully nursing. So we wanted to make sure they were gaining weight every day. She trusted her trainers enough to come away from those babies, and she was working with us on day 2 after becoming a first-time mom. And now those kids are about 6 weeks, 8 weeks old now, and they are growing fast, growing like weeds. But we are so proud of Nettle here. She's been doing such a good job. And now what's happening, which doesn't always happen, is we're co-parenting. So Nettle is with her baby boys. She's teaching those children to do all the binturong things. And when she comes out for training sessions, we have a group of trainers going in and training the babies. So they're able to participate going into crates. We're able to get their weights. They're starting to learn how to move in the crate from space to space. They're learning that humans are not that scary when we give you food and you want to participate with us. And so it's really helpful, which hasn't happened for a very long time in the ambassador community. It was either one, you're going to be an ambassador, or one, you're going to be a breeder. It was very hard to be the 2. So this is actually a huge step for the ambassador community to still have an ambassador binturong who's also a breeder. So it's been working out really well.
Ooh, snacks.
And fingers crossed, once those babies, we're gonna keep them with mom as long as mom wants to keep them with them. And then once those babies are ready to move on, Mr. Garrett will come on back and maybe we'll go for round 2. Because now that we're successful, we're gonna keep trying and keep having those bintlets, because unfortunately, I think the last numbers that were taken of binturongs in the wild was like 2011, and they weren't too good. And so, knowing about habitat destruction, encroachment, as people saying that they kind of make a good pet, those numbers are probably getting a little lower. So Nettle is doing a great job for her conservation and her
Using that
cousins
tail
in
to
the
balance.
wild.
And hold on.
Now, Jane's gonna go ahead and take her back. We want to thank every one of you for coming to the San Diego Zoo today. Just by walking through our doors, you are all allies for wildlife. Simple things that we can do to help their cousins in the wild. Let's reduce, reuse, recycle. Turn off that water when you're brushing your teeth, and make sure we turn those lights off when we leave the room. But we want to thank all of you for joining us today. Check out the 2 o'clock Wegaforth Bull Show. That's right outside. When you exit outside
the
of
1
base
o'clock
camp,
base
they have a
camp.
great presentation there as well.
Bye, Nettles.
Thank you all for
Nettle.
joining us. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. San Diego Zoo. 1 o'clock base camp presentation. Bye, guys.